the one clear area where Miami Dolphin fans should be excited going into this Bills game and going forward. Really, I mean, not just the usual Dolphin stuff. We get pumped up and then the floor gets pulled out and you're on your back going, what happened? No, this is legit. I'm not trying to put fans in a seat or get you to buy merchandise or even have you come here to get some clicks. It's legit. And that's the defensive front of the Miami Dolphins defense. This is an unbelievable group. Now, yeah, the pressure, we want it to be a little quicker, but the reality is this coverage is so porous that you'd have to almost be flash in order to get the sacks needed to really kind of make this thing what it should be. But I'm going to show you film today of last week against the Jets. And fair context is the Jets' offensive line was banged up and it was playing with lesser talent. But when you go back to the season, good offensive line, bad offensive lines, you see a lot of the same stuff and some critical improvement from a guy who I didn't think I would see it, and it's not Jaelan Phillips. So this is where we should hang our hat. Going to give you a little run through the tape and give you my little summation. So I want to thank you for stopping by. I appreciate everything you guys do. I mean, really, so much. So I want to give you a shout out for all you do and give a shout out to A-Spread, my sponsor, because without you, without them, this show ain't going down. A-Spread's betting software is the premier white label platform for bookies to manage their players and grow their sportsbook operation. Click the link in the description below to get set up in minutes. Ask for the Curtis promo and get a special introductory discount. All right, without much further ado, take a look at the film and let's see what we see. All right, going to open up with big man Zach Seiler. Look at that inside move and the tackle for the loss. Just unbelievable for guys about 295 to do this. Steps inside, throws two blockers off the guard and the tackle, and he's getting upfield and just shoots hard. Gets the arm out. They get some help, but he was a major part of it. Again, it's different play, same look. Just unbelievable agility for a guy that big. Gets inside, navigates, reads, and attacks. It looks like he misses the tackle here, but when you go back and look, it wasn't on him. He did everything right. But there's the hole right there, jerking him down, not called. And he would have had that for a big tackle for loss. But still impacted that play heavily. Again, inside the swim, and poor Michael Carter getting 195, missed 300, 295. And he just gets lit up like the Christmas tree in Times Square. And then the blast on Flacco. That'll leave a mark. Over here you can see Van Ginkel and Wilkens get outside, stem the outside rush. Two guys on three blockers, forcing Carter to cut back. And I just want to show you the agility of Raekwon Davis and Seiler. He had 300 pounds to cut back like that, and then Seiler do the pirouette, man. That is unbelievable talent that we got on this defensive front. Inside again, the attack inside. Carter tries to do it again, and Seiler gets the hand inside. Carter can't cut it. Another one by Seiler. Two guys on him, just fights through. The pass gets off, but forces two guys to engage him, gets through them, and then puts that hit, which is going to make Flacco think. Now we'll go on Christian Wilkens. Look at that speed to shoot inside and just gets the arm wrapped around for the comeback and the tackle. Just the rip, the control, and then the shoot for the legs. That is something special. Again, the shoot inside, agility, and he uses his back on that one. But the speed, he gets a little hold there for a second, and it's just so difficult to deal with this front. Again, Wilkens, the slap, and this is not the same play. This is just him dominating. Look, the slap just tosses him aside and then shoots to the running back before he can get to the line of scrimmage. That's unbelievable talent. Now, if you want to be thankful to go into playoffs, well, Wilkens right here with the swim and chase now Flacco for the grounding penalty. We're going to the playoffs very much likely because of Wilkens here, and that was an unbelievable play at a critical moment. Guy is just unbelievable. Just totally okey-dokes the guard. Totally destroys him. All right, so now I'm going to go to Baker, and this looks like a routine play, but it's a huge growth for Baker. Now, right here, old Baker would get clogged up, maybe overshoot, but he reads, swims, and comes back and sticks. And that is a lot of growth by him. Another one here, it's not a great play, but it adds to the consistency of him being able to shoot, attack, and finish off the tackle. Big growth by Baker. Then Baker and Phillips. Look at Baker destroy Phillips, destroy the running back on that one. And we should see more of this. These two guys in combination are deadly. And if only Phillips didn't do the spin right there and just kept going to around the horn, he would have got a safety. This game would have been a lot easier. Still, these two guys are ferocious when they're paired together. Again, paired together, and look at the okey doke, man. That is brutal. Bad day for blocking for the running backs of the Jets, and just totally okey dokes them. Unbelievable. Great job. I love this. This is so sweet. Look at that. The agility and the presence of mind to do that, and then both him and Phillips blast Flacco. Get inside. This is something that is a real big growth pattern for Baker. For him to come up like that on edge, to hold the edge, to deal with a tackle, the guy's much bigger than him, and to get off. He doesn't make the tackle, but he's involved. Van Ginkle finishes it off. But Baker, this is a big growth curve for him. Now we'll get on to Phillips. This is such a scary prospect going forward. The ability for him to put that hand in there. Usually he would try to go outside or go inside, but now he's adding a little bit of the bull rush, and he really effectively uses it. He was set for that, and now he adds in a whole series of combinations of moves he did not have last year. The swim to get to it, and then interrupts that. And Wilkens puts the hand up and interferes with the pass, gets the deflection. This is just a nightmare going forward for any offense going against this team. Again, now, one of the big knocks on him, questions I had was his run defense. But right here, he's going against a tackle, and he would have had this tackle right here. But there's the hold. You can see that. And he's doing a really good job. Real major growth arc for him. Again, what he could do here, just dominates the tight ends. And that was another problem for him. But now, when he dominates tight ends, where does that leave a team? It really puts him in a bind. Just gets past them like hot knife through butter. Just last year, this guy would have stopped him, but not anymore. And it really puts a conundrum for offenses to try to deal with this guy. Inside, does the stunt inside, and he doesn't get the hit, but look how quick he comes in. He gets in it. Flacco sees that and has to release, and he does alter the trajectory of that pass, and I believe that was an incompletion. Again, shooting down the line here and making the tackle. His ability to shoot, and Van Ginkle does a great job here getting off the block, driving the running back inside, and then Phillips to get upfield like a running back, cut and get down the line of scrimmage and make that tackle. This is a much different Phillips than we saw at the beginning of the season or last year. Again, here, look at what he does with the bull rush, the one-arm stick, and the drive. If he can go outside, inside, and do this is very, very, very potent. Again, we'll see inside here, the swim inside. He doesn't get much pressure, but it already you see the tackle jumping outside to take care of the outside because that's what they think his MO is. But he's got a whole new repertoire, and it's going to put a lot of fear in offensive linemen. Again, shoot inside, just like you saw Wilkens before, to be able to cut back and make the tackle for the loss. This is big time stuff. And just here, look, Van Ginkle, sorry to see him go, and Ingram, but both these guys bring a lot of juice. This defensive line is tough. That was some hot-to-trot film. Baker has been slowly getting better this season. Some areas of his weaknesses, they've gotten much better, as you could see on the film. Small sample size, but then over the last couple of weeks, he's been getting more and more blitz packages and allow him to use his main asset. And as you saw a couple times, him paired with Phillips is a nightmare. You add in Wilkens, who's a pure stud. He signed for $10 million next year. I don't know if he's going to play until he gets a big contract, and he deserves it. Seiler, unbelievable. These two guys really work so well together. I didn't put Chubb in there. I mean, it's funny. Chubb, the big signing, is just like a cast-off, a second thought. I mean, next year when he gets healed, you'll see some more from this guy, especially if we can get that pass coverage up. But then VG, guy we won't see next year, but he's going to contribute tomorrow against the Bills, and he's going to be good someplace else. Ingram popping around. But then there's Phillips. Phillips is just getting started. His trajectory arc is just starting to turn up. When you look at last year to this year, so many of the key things I said he needs to fix, he fixed. Wasn't there early on in the first couple of games, but when you look at his growth pattern, from week 1 to week now, it is stark and startling. And he's got 2 or 3 more years before he finally gets to his final form. This kid can stay healthy. He could end up being one of the most special Miami Dolphin defenders that we have seen. Go up there in the Taylors and the Wakes and all that. Still a long way from here to there, but his play is improving. His toolkit is growing. He's becoming physical. It's an unbelievable thing. Now, our defense isn't the greatest defense out there. We've got the 29th, 26th pass defense, giving up tons of yards. X is hobbled. Kohu is good, but sometimes not so much in man. We're empty in the backfield. We got so many guys on the mash unit, but we still hang in there. In the last 3 weeks, this defense has been the best defense of the last 3 weeks out there. And it's all because of the domination of the trenches. And this is a great story, great news. We have done such a great job building this, and it is truly a legit talented group. Seiler's unbelievable to find him as a late signing. I mean, just on and on it goes. And it goes back to my premise that I started the season with: trench play dominates. Now, yeah, you want a whole complete thing, but it starts in the trenches, and these guys have a chance to do something special tomorrow against the Bills. We'll see. But I don't want to parlay that over to some of the things I've been talking about. Look at our trench play on the converse side of the offense. It's what I pinned the entire season on. Just for a little reference here, because you can see with a poor secondary how much a really good front, does to help out that ugly portion. The same way, look at Brock Purdy over in San Fran. Okay? He's doing good. He's doing really good. But think about the trench play that he is getting. Purdy has the 31st least pressure in the NFL. Only one better is Brady. He's got 16% pressure rate, and he's got 13th yards before contact. His offensive line is top 2 in protection. It's top 13 in run production. And the skills that he has are magnified, and it allows Purdy opportunity to go through the typical issues of a young quarterback, which is slow reads. I haven't really watched him. He might be doing better than Seiler. But look at Seiler. Seiler has the 5th worst, not just Seiler, but all our quarterbacks, 5th worst protection in the NFL at 25%. Almost 10% more than Purdy. Tyler, I think Skyler's got like 41% overall pressure rate. And there's a guy, O'Darius, who comes on and comments, and I really treasure all the guy has to say, because he was a big-time college quarterback, was asked to try out for the NFL. He knows his game. And he says Skyler goes through his reads a little late, and I totally agree. Totally agree. But that weakness of Skyler, which his weaknesses were injury and poor decision-making, and then being a young quarterback, only in his 3rd start now, that weakness of slow processing is exasperated by this protection. And the key to it all on offense and defense is having at least solid control of the trenches. We have it on defense. If we can get Teron back, my man Teron looks like he might be coming back. If we get Shell coming, he's a long shot, and Lamb looks like he's a decent shot, we could see a real opportunity given this awesome defensive front. But we've got to control the trenches, not just in this playoff game or any playoff games that happen after, but going forward. It is the key. It's always going to be the key. And thankfully, we've got that key pretty well locked and loaded on defense. So, hope you enjoy the game tomorrow. Tomorrow. It is tomorrow. Yeah. Get the other games today. We have a shot here if we can get some of these bodies in. Enjoy the game. The hope is we're in and something can happen. The hope is we can add some more elements to next year. Enjoy the game, however it plays out. Be excited for this defensive line and the opportunity. Curtis saying, thank you for staying to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you next time. Be well. And especially for you Bills fans, go Fins! Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with acebread.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.